NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 13 carries, 68 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
On 2nd and 7, Carr, and his throw is incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That is a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we see. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To throw his Carr. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a play fake. Carr. Pressure comes and down he goes. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the back.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From midfield, here's Carr. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Owens. This one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They had 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Carr. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Carr gonna throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Owens. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They run again with Hunt. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hunt will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So this is a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's wrong.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Saints at 9-3 here on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on 1st down, Owens. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Swings this out for Hunt. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route.
We're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Carr to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. He's got his tight end fan, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Owens.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Back to throw. Owens. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Carr again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll get this out to Kamara. So we've come upon halftime with a... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. The coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Carr. And it's caught. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, it's Hunt, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kareem Hunt, he has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Seahawks take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 74 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Kamara up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll run it with Kamara. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. For the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Officially, no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. The 22-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown ground.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive. Owens. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Olave over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 4 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 53 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 16. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
This will be caught. Judy.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Saints.
On 1st down, Owens right back. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Owens. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may be turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense